called feeding puppy syndrome. Good morning, everybody. So, what are we discussing today? We are looking at a major problem, the major cause of early puppy death. One normally is the reason why our puppy die early. You know, so it's something of great concern that we should at least look into. So, what is feeding puppy syndrome and what are the major causes? Why our pup can just be delivered few days or just few hours, we keep losing them. It has been a major concern actually for majorly people that solely believe in dog business and animal rearing, that for just a day your puppy is alive and the next day your puppy is dead. So this has been a problem. So what are the things? It's not from your village people actually. It's not from people that don't want your progress. It's not from your neighbor or poison per se. So it's something that result as a result and come as a result of just a little mistake. Yes, I say a little mistake because it's something that we normally think it is minor that normally result to this. Yes. What is this fading puppy syndrome? Yes, loss of puppy early in their life after delivery. Fading puppy syndrome is a situation whereby our pups kind of not viable after delivery, maybe few days, few hours, even few weeks after delivery. So there are a lot of factors that cause this. It comes from either maternal side, puppy side, or even you, the breeder. So feeding puppy syndrome can happen anytime, but it's something that requires extra care after whelping. Whelping is a situation where your dogs, they're kind of delivering in dogs, is called whelping. So after this whelping, what happens next? You keep noticing puppy death. You know, it's not something that happen because it's supposed to happen, or say they cross two dogs or the same father or the same mother. They say your village people or this and that come and things happen. So now the major cause of this one is, at least number one, is what we call dystocia. Or have you defined a puppy syndrome? The definition, for instance, starting from first, the definition of feeding puppy syndrome is a situation whereby our pups are not viable or doesn't stay long after delivery. So this situation has caused a lot of problem. And now the first condition that can lead to this is what we call dystocia. Dystocia is a situation where you have a longer time, like you see dogs training. Hello boy, come here. You see dogs training for a long time and not delivering, unable to put to bed, unable to push out all the puppies on time. And you see, the puppies have a longer time to navigate, and there is a kind of suffocation. Understand? So this suffocation and absorption of fluid inside the lungs cause that suffocation. Now, that suffocation will prevent the puppy from breathing properly, nor even eating. Talk of exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide. You see why they collapse easily after a prolonged death. You see, some people will having massive loss of puppy. Understand? This dystocia, will name it as the first reason why puppy die early. difficulties or prolonged delivery. So this prolonged delivery will make oxygen availability or the air the dog is breathing to be less. And what happens? We know we need a lot of air to survive. So when the air is not in abundance, what do we do? So what happens? We'll be back in next few seconds, please. It's okay. So all these and more, dystocia is one of the reasons why our puppy die early in life. Secondly, we have what we call cannibalism from the mother side. This cannibalism is the reason why we lose majority of pups, especially after delivery, when there is a condition where the mother dog has decided to be eating the puppies, and it is a very big problem. Come on, stop it. So when this happen, is it's as a result of one not feeding the mother dog properly. When you don't feed the mother dog properly, it results to this cannibalism. And cannibalism per se is something that just results. Yes, is nutritional. You don't feed your mother dog, hunger. There's excess demand for oxygen, carbon and minerals from pups when they suckle the mother. You see the mouth. This one has sucked a lot of a lot of milk. So this milk keep them alive. And when they suck it, the mother need a lot to produce more milk. And you're not feeding the mother dog very well. So it results to cannibalism, eating of puppies, which is very bad. So another cause of this feeding puppy syndrome is what we call congenital atelectasis. That is when the lungs have a kind of difficulty. That is with birth, when there is a kind of lung problem like lung collapse. Yes, this happen a lot when the puppy come out with lung problems. Yes, it results to a kind of difficulties in breathing at that early stage, immediately after delivery. So there is an immediate suffocation after that lung collapse. And in order to prevent this, well, there are so many people that go for congenital abnormalities, they test for it prior to delivery. But in some certain aspects or in some certain country where these equipment are not there, you have to manage it the way you see it. So another aspect that can cause this feeding puppy syndrome is cold. Yes, cold disturbs our puppy a lot. When there is cold, there is this low metabolism for glucose and sugar. And this low metabolism for glucose and sugar lead to weakness in pups. And this weakness per se can result to shaking. You see them with increased temperature, shaking, loss of appetite, and subsequently might result to loss of this pup. So monitoring of cold whenever our pup are being delivered or wept is essential, because cold per se, cold, especially cold weather, can lead to one, low glucose level in puppy, low metabolism, and death if at all is not well taken care of. So you see why you should make sure that the house of which your pup stay is warm and always warm. So make sure there's nothing in the vicinity that can at least hinder the normal temperature of the room for your pups. So Cold is very bad for our pups. Another thing that can affect our pups or lead to this early loss, understand, is what we call hot weather. Yes, hot weather again, like increased temperature. Hot weather doesn't even affect only the pups. You see, hot weather now affect both the dam, which is the mother of the dog, and the pups. You see, now it can lead to what we call heat stress. Heat stress to these dogs makes them uncomfortable. And once they are comfortable, what do? They will lack this ability to take care of the puppy, not even suckle or breastfeed them. And once this happens, the puppy will stop breastfeeding and they will lose a lot of energy and normal daily energy needed for activities of the day. And this loss of energy per se in a puppy, when it happens, I think why I always emphasize on this loss of energy is because when puppy are weak, it is energy loss, and it's always as a result of one low glucose level, and cold is a major factor to this. There are a lot of factors that can lead to drop in energy, and this is one of the factors considered to cause this fading puppy syndrome. Another one is disease. Yes, when there's disease, yes, have you ever imagined why female dogs are being dewormed before crossing? You see, why this happen is because it 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 prevent or reduce the level of worm in utero or inside the womb. And when this happen, it kind of prevent the transmission of this worm from mother to puppies. And how are these worms, how are they being gotten? Being puppies receive these worms from their mother? Yes, through breastfeeding, or when they are still inside the womb, through the cord and some other means. They receive it as cyst and other things. So when you don't deworm your mother dog prior to mating, they pass this worm in heavy load to pups, and pups take it. And if you didn't deworm the pup as at when due after the delivery, you see that it's going to lead to accumulation of this worm in heavy quantity, and subsequently you might see the dog will start having problems. So worm is another problem of this, cause of this feeding puppy syndrome. And worm in heavy quantity can lead to a kind of depreciation or reduced nutrition. Mm, yes, nutrition have to be there because once there is depletion of nutrition or nutrients, like what they won't be competing for, yes, because they will be depriving your body system from taking enough from the reserve or from the food intake. Understand? So another cause of this feeding puppy syndrome is calcium. Yes, when there's low calcium, especially when your pups are not suckling well. So pup suckling requires a lot. Feeding the mother dog very well and enabling them to take in enough milk per day. Are you getting it? So if they are not taking enough milk per day, one is going to lead to low calcium level, especially for pups that are still growing. When the calcium level is low, what happens is going to lead to skeletal deformities. It can lead to death, shaking, increased temperature, and discomfort. There are lots resulting that can result to this fading puppy syndrome. They are numerous. So another cause is disease. Disease like, let's say, parvovirus. Yes, if a mother dog is not vaccinated prior to crossing, it lacks this ability to transfer the immunity to the pups. And once the pups didn't take enough of this immunity against some of these small disease or big disease or prevalent infection, is going to kind of lead to puppy coming down to such infection. And early in life, this will subsequently result to what we call fading puppy syndrome. You see, disease now before you cross your dog, it's recommended you vaccinate them like with DHLPP prior to crossing, deworm them prior to crossing, and feed them properly when they are pregnant. So after delivery, you still feed them more food containing at least calcium in a way, because milk laid down lead to excess depletion of calcium, especially for a female dog that delivered many puppies. You see, the demand for calcium for puppy growth, their muscle, their bone is always high, and mainly they get it through milk. You see why giving your mother dog excess food, not just excess food, balanced diet during that time is necessary. So another cause of this deficiency, feeding puppy syndrome, is longer time it takes your dog or pups to navigate through the reproductive tract of their mother. So this can lead to what we call inhalation of amniotic fluid in larger quantity. And when this is in larger quantity, what happens is going to lead to suffocation. Yes, definitely there will be a suffocation. And what is going to happen to puppy when there's suffocation? Shorter time of survival. You see, these are not that major cause. You see, time, dystocia and this, they are all the same. But the major thing is just that it takes the puppy time to come out, and it takes the puppy time to resume respiration. You see why you should call your veterinarian whenever your dog is whelping. Please give us a like. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Another cause of this, okay, is nutrition. Yes, the feed you give to your dog matters. Understand? Feeding matters, and the care for the mother dog at early age matters. So, if you didn't care for your mother dog very well during pregnancy, it can result to what we call one, miscarriage. And when there is miscarriage, it's going to lead to pushing all the pups outside. Pushing outside, sorry for using such word, but it's going to lead to whelping or delivery of immature puppies. And this is automatically feeding puppy syndrome. That's a loss of puppy. Understand? Excessively. So all these, including your care prior to delivery, matters a lot. You see, this your care is how do you take care of your pups? How do you manage the house before delivery? Then, how do you, as the owner, feed the mother before delivery? And even the male dog staying close by, because the father of the dogs is the major contributor why they came out of this life, and he should be given a task to take care of the pups too, in the sense that there should be a kind of distance after delivery of the male dog from the door. There will be a visit, but why I say this is because of what we call stampede. You see, not really a stampede. When a mother dog or the male one all of them trying to sleep in the same place with the pup. They can lay on the pup, and this is going to definitely result to puppy losing their lives as a result of stampede per se. So, a mother dog sleeping on the puppies is a definite cause. It can still lead to this feeding puppy syndrome as a result of suffocation or compression. You see, another one can still be cannibalism from external dogs. If you stay in a house or in a place where the puppies are being exposed to external or predators, you see, there are a lot of factors. You see, why you should feed them, even if there are way to supplement. There should be a way. There is supplementary milk. Yes, when the mother milk is not properly or laying down properly. Yes, you say, how do I feed my puppy? How do I do it? Yeah, there should be a way you supplement it with external milk. Getting a puppy milk, when you notice your mother dog have something like mastitis, yes, inflammation of the mammary gland. You see the mammary gland well swollen, and the main thing about this mastitis is that the milk laid down is condemned already. It's not a good milk per se. And when you keep giving your pup this kind of milk, it's going to result to bacterial infection. Bacterial infection. And when there is bacterial infection, what happens? The puppy are going to have what we call bacteremia, systemic infection, and even stomach disturbance. So mastitis, if it is caused by bacteria or other factors, will never allow the milk to come down at its natural state. You see, when this happens, the pups will still be suckling. Yes, they will leave birth for a limited time. All these are needed for the well-being of the pups. And like I always say, some will be like, okay, getting a pup is like having a baby child. Yes, a baby child, you take out time, even wake up in the night to take care of them. And as that may be, you still develop that time for pups. Understand? Because they can't talk just like baby child, and they disturb in the night a lot. And even at that, care is the general, let me say, care you give to your pups is the general contributor to whether they will survive or not. So the mother really doesn't know much about taking care of pups. One, you have to be the one to provide the enabling environment for them to stay. It's not like you calling Papa Nkechi or Mama Chukwudi to come and help you. And all that, you see, if you didn't do that, and when you start losing your puppies, now most people will start seeing they poison their puppy or the village people visited you. No, nobody visited. But the fact is just that this is real. Yes. Even when it comes to disease, sometimes you see disease that make pup or dog to vomit. Some will say they have given the dog all sort of concussion and did this and that. True, nobody gave your dog anything. Nobody gave your dog concussion. Nobody gave your dog a bad food. So, sorry, we are taking a call for work. Hello, ma. Good morning. How was the night? Okay. They are not suffering well. Okay, can you get something like milk? Yeah, she have taken small. The- Okay. And that opening mouth is that she need to suck something. Yes. So, but if you are giving milk, just allow them to make sure you keep them close to their mother's nipples. That's all. Yes, yes. Okay, can you make a video and send it? But that one, just put her close. But you are giving milk already. Allow them. Can I call you back, please? So we are still on it. Puppies and how to cater for them at the early life is a kind of a little bit difficult, but it's something that we have to develop time for ourselves, to care for them at least for the first 3 weeks. Start the vaccination when they're up to 6 weeks or 8 weeks. Then repeat to 2 weeks interval till they get to 12 weeks. So you give from 6 weeks DHLPP, 8 weeks DHLPP, 10 weeks DHLPP, 12 weeks. Make sure they're up to 3 months before you give them anti-rabies. So these are the major way to make sure that they don't die early in their lives. So once they have come out already is a way telling us that we have a lot of work to do. So we have a lot of work to do per se, yes, by having much puppies. But so this feeding puppy syndrome have caused problems. Yes, it keep happening. So we want to particularly clear everything today. And now we have talked about the cause or what could result to this. What do we do when we notice our puppy dying? First of all, we go and consult your veterinarian. Once your dog put to bed, and you normally see them like dying one after the other. Consult your vet. Why I say you should consult your vet, there are some mistakes we make early by browsing or doing all sort of things. I'm not saying you shouldn't browse or get information online, but there's this confusion in trying to balance it up, what we don't know, or trying to make up something. Understand? So, consulting your vet whenever you notice a puppy loss is essential, and this will go a long way to saving a lot of them. You feel me? And this feeding puppy syndrome can be prevented. Sometimes, if puppy have a longer way or a longer time coming out of the reproductory tract of the mother, they are going to be weak. And what do you do when you notice a weak pup? It's not by forcing them to drink the mother's breast. You give a supplementary milk. Supplementary milk can serve as instant or artificial colostrum. Colostrum is the first milk laid down. Comes in a yellow color or in a kind of not like normal milk. It contains a lot of antibody, protein, and a lot of nutrient that will enable the puppy develop immunity there as well. But whereby the pups are weak or you notice a weak one that early time, yes, there are mixtures you should put together with milk. Yes, it can serve as artificial colostrum per se. And now, if you didn't do that, hoping for the mother dog to give the pups milk, yes, there's every tendency or possibility that you might lose the pup. But if you get a milk, make it warm, be it um, evaporated or solid or liquid milk. Then get, are you listening to me? Get Folic acid. Yes, folic acid is mainly for blood formation and all that. There are many things folic acid can do to our pups at that early age. Another one is glucose. Glucose is for strength. Yes, glucose go a long way to provide instant energy for the pups. At least these three alone can sustain them for a while. Are you getting it? So sustainability matters, and once you manage to sustain them, you call your veterinarian to come and assess them immediately. Understand? So since we have at least achieved with this, we have achieved at least 90% of what should be done at that early age. There's no much thing to be done except your part in taking care of the pups. So this artificial colostrum per se is going to do you know how you give it? You get your pup. After the mixture, make it warm. Then gradually put the teeth of that colostrum in the mouth. Of that, you put it in a, what is it called? Bottle feeder. Bottle feeder have been known to serve as a replacement or improvise for the mother's teeth. They see it as a kind of the same as if I see them sucking it, immediately you drop it at the tip of their mouth. So even if they don't suck it, make sure you at least put it inside, press a little bit. Once they take in energy, it's going to replenish the loss as they are trying to come outside. You see, all they need then at that early time is energy and your time. So with all this being summarized, that suckling reflex there when you are putting that the teeth of that bottle feeder is always needed. When there's none of this suckling reflex, we know that our pups is very weak. And when they are not shaking their body, you see, when you put them in the nest amongst the colony or kennel mates, then yes, there should be a cuddling. When the cuddling is not happening there, there's something abnormal. Understand? So all these contribute a lot with the little signs all around. So we have talked about giving the artificial colostrum, talk about the cause in mother, talk about what can result to this and best solution. With all this, we can say we have at least know what is called feeding puppy syndrome. We can also say that we know what causes this and a better solution to this. So without any question, we will say it's a day from here. God bless you and thank you.